shove sock.
Sacrifice, sacrifice. What?
He's like, no, he's like, I gotta make sure. He's like, the first time was a fluke and then she dodged, so it didn't count.
It didn't count.
Alright, Ike versus Shinon. I wonder who wins in this melee versus an archer who can't defend himself in melee.
Oh, I'm gonna have to soften him up a little bit.
Oh yeah, how about that? Titania! Just kidding.
Soft.
I don't even know if he can do damage, can he? Oh yeah, how about that? I guess when you put XP into Soft, he actually can do damage. Watch him get a crit.
I still don't think he can kill him with a crit.
He does 28 damage with one crit.
Oh, right, because of the...
Well, no, it was 21 plus 7, so that was his total damage. He would have had to crit twice.
Yeah.
But it would have been really funny if he did.
Oh, look at that.
How perfect.
Like it was meant to be. That last swing felt very personal. And now we can recruit his ghost, like the other ghost children.
Believe in Titania's last hit crit. Believe in Titania's last hit crit. God damn it! I mean, she crit, but it's not. It wasn't the right crit.
She's forgotten who she is.
I think she's just pissed that Shinon got to hit her like 6 times and she didn't get to kill him. Now she's taking it out on these poor innocent bastards who don't deserve it.
Not a lot. Not super feeling running Rolf all the way there. Protect the child. That's why the tank is behind him.
Yeah, your tank sucks.
My tanks are just too slow.
Tank's like, I'm a rear guard tank, you know? I'm here to protect you from all those back spawns that are, you know, way back there that Janev's trying to fight right now.
Like, I moved too far away from the rear, but I also haven't moved far enough forward. Probably should have just stood, like, here. They can't reach me.
You can do that. It's a dick move, but you can do that.
Yeah. I had already committed, but...
You Nana Boo Boo, the fucking enemy.
There we go. Now Rolf is behind the wall.
I don't know why he doesn't just go up there and kill the dude, but fair enough. You know, other people need XP too, I agree.
Yeah. I can't feed it all to the children. I mean, I can, but it's a very time-consuming process.
I know it took 2 of them, but the fact that there was even just 2 Pegasus Knights that just killed a Paladin that weren't, like, player-controlled units is pretty impressive.
No, you guys need to go to the other side of the stairs. You left them an avenue.
This guy's like, I know Shinon just failed miserably trying to hit you, but I want to try.
Ah, well.
Remember when you said you'd kill me last? Oh, by the way, the boss moves.
I was not worried about it. I assumed so.
I don't think he's gonna make it through this round, though. Oh!
Oh!
Dude, Titania's found her match.
Finally, our battle will be legendary. Till he gets sniped in the head by a kid. For the route condition, is it kill all of the enemies or just their lead?
It's all of them for a route.
Okay. I knew... Oh, interesting.
He saw a kill.
I guess.
Now, why that guy didn't, I don't know. The one guy saw a kill, because if he hit with the javelin, he would have gotten the kill. As far as why the other guy didn't go when he had the hand axe, that I couldn't tell you why he opted out. Maybe they just really hate yellow units.
Could be. I mean, a completely understandable and valid stance to take, I guess, but... Poke.
I like how the difference was like 9 damage, 10 damage, 19 damage!
What can I say? Poke isn't like other weapons.
Poke isn't your average seal lance.
Soth, it's time to do your job.
Wait, he has a job?
He does now. He's been promoted. Congrats, front lines.
Alright, so you know how Mordecai can't get to the front to tank? Yeah, well, Soth, you've been promoted. Go stand out there. Believe in the 40% crit.
I believe. At my 79 hit chance. Oh, God. I mean, yeah, worst that happens is I get hit really hard in the face. But he can't kill me. Oh.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. He has Nile. I was wondering why your accuracy was weird, but I'm like, maybe he's just really fast.
Dodge that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So that boss had a skill called Nile, which denies your abilities, every single one of them. So you didn't get your Deadeye bonuses.
Oh.
I'm like, all right. I'm like, I'll let him do it. I guess he's just really fast. I forgot he had Nile until it procced there. And I'm like, oh, it all makes sense now.
It's all coming together now. Well, you have another job. Get him to healing. Protect the children. So sorry. I know you're unarmed, my poor bird, but
I've got a javelin. And it needs blood.
I raise you a knife.
It's just not the same when she doesn't last hit crit. Where did our Titania go? What happened?
Wait, when do you transform? Okay, you transform next turn.
At the beginning of the enemy phase here, he'll transform.
What will his speed become?
9.
Okay, good.
No, he can't reach anybody vital. Also, don't forget, let's just look at this real quick. So, I can bring this up, the bird stats here. For the Raven specifically, because... so he's going to get 5 strength. So go ahead and add 5 strength to his stat, and then whatever the beak is, and you'll see what his damage is. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, it won't be impressive. Yeah, I've got to continue to flee.
They can't get me here.
Into the corner. Janeth's giving himself a timeout. Actually, for good measure, what is the Raven's attack? Go quick on the Raven real quick. Alright, so he's doing 18 damage. Well, that one is, but they're all doing probably between 17 to 18 damage. Maybe 19 in a pinch type of thing. So yeah, no one in your team really is afraid of them.
Tanya has no fear. Uh-oh, a miss.
Good thing you outnumber them, 2 to 1. No, 3 to 1, sorry.
3 to 1, yeah.
It was 2 to 1 before they killed the Paladin on the last round.
And now it's 6 to none.
I like how they try. They're like, we'll get there. We're coming to help.
I don't double them.
Titania's gonna have a tough time unless you put a lot of XP into her.
That's fair.
Or Night Ward abuse, but you don't have that because what's her name died. Shit, now I'm blanking on her name. What is her fucking name? Astrid. That's her name. But yeah, the Ravens are extremely fast. You have to have very fast units if you want to double them.
Gotcha.
It's one of the reasons they don't do very much damage, is because they were trying to balance the fact that Ravens are very likely to double and very hard to not get doubled by. And they didn't want them to be doing, 16 damage to the player.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see how that would be the case. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so if you're just gonna transform next turn, I'm just gonna...
Well, if you're not gonna transform, I'm just going to kill you while you're defenseless.
Enemies unarmed. Unarmed and not a threat.
Look out, he doesn't have a weapon! The American police force at its finest, right?
Oh yes, and our wonderful, wonderful 2026. What a year it already is.
Don't forget her Sonic Sword deals wind damage, so she does a shitload of damage to the birds.
Yeah, that'll do.
You know, I feel bad. We should let Mordecai attack. He works so hard to get to the front lines.
He did plenty of work smiting people.
That's true, he did. He smited the shit out of everybody except for Ike, who he only shoved. But, well, that one time
Yeah.
he accidentally shoved. Ike's like, hit me as hard as you can. I said as hard as you can. Oh, my bad. I thought you said just fucking slightly nudge you.
Sparta kick him into the ground. What? You slid 5 feet forward. That counts.
Man. What do you think? 5e, should they introduce shove as a mechanic?
In what?
In 5e, introduce the shove mechanic. Shove your allies like you can here.
I'm pretty sure it is a mechanic.
No, I mean, like, but free action it, like it is here. Like, you can shove and then make an attack. You know, like...
Oh.
Players just shoving each other. Go! My kill. I got this one. I feel like we should let Raisin sing for Soth. Just so that he gets to do it once. This chapter. No, he has to be a unit who's used their turn. Like Soth.
I see.
Yeah.
Is it just a move, or is it an attack as well?
They get their whole turn back. Their whole turn economy is back.
Yeah, that's pretty damn solid. And
Yeah,
people are upset about this. Why?
Well, no one's upset about it. It's just that oftentimes newer players, they don't see the value in being able to get a unit to move again. Because they're like, why have a unit who can make other units move again when I could just put a unit in that already moves and attacks?
This also works especially well with me having only one healer.
Yeah.
I do love double heals.
And then, so yeah, the other thing, again, the cheeky thing about Raisin is when he's in his human form, he can only sing for one person. When he's in his bird form there, he sings for all 4 of the adjacent tiles.
Yeah.
They're still trying. Like, that one bird, we'll get there. We'll help kill the raven.
We're on our way. Hold the
If
line.
only somebody would invent a walkie-talkie so we could radio Ike and tell him we're on our way.
Oh, you're gonna give the XP to Titania?
Only if she crits.
That is fair. I guess she's leveling up.
Yeah, she needed it. She needed it. Gotta get that level 15. I think she doubles now, though, with that 20 speed. I think that lets her double.
Alright, child. You know what to do.
Give him the overkill. There's no kill quite like the overkill.
Didn't want to put him to sleep first?
Oh yeah, that's right. He didn't put him to sleep. Rolf, what the fuck? That was an animal. You're supposed to sedate them. Be humane, man.
They've all lost their minds. I hate reading that.
What?
Ike? Really hate how that was spelled. I know it's the correct way. It is not a pleasant word to read. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but...
Well, then pronounce it the Japanese way, Ike. So it'd be Ike.
No, it's not the pronunciation, it's just the way that it looks.
No, I know what you get at it.
At least he's honest. Like, yeah, that sounds about right. That's something I would say.
God, the best line is in Radiant Dawn when there's a special little side conversation you can get if you're lucky with these, with Ike, where someone asks, like, why does Shinon hate, or like, why don't you just go tell Shinon yourself? And he's like, Shinon wouldn't talk to me if, or wouldn't tell me he smelled smoke if I was on fire.
You can see him too?
I see. I see it was a ghost the whole time.
Oh my god.
So unfortunately, because Soren's dead, you're not going to be able to find out that little secret Nasir was hinting at, because it's only revealed in the Ike Soren support.
Gotcha. That's what I get for consorting with ghosts. Taking their secrets to the grave.
Oh shit. Is this? Or, oh no. The next one is the one versus Jill's father at Talriga. This is, oh yeah, this is, I remember this chapter. This is the one where you could potentially get a very rare and secret item if you somehow, I mean, it's not somehow, it's entirely possible to do, it's just painful. I shouldn't say painful. It takes a little bit of strategic thinking, but you can make it work. I've done it a couple of times for good measure. Once you kind of get the idea and you learn like the enemy's movements, it's not nearly as hard as it sounds. And look at, you've got units.
My party is growing. Too big.
Yeah, it must be called immediately, starting with the children.
No. Children last. We have the reverse of the, what was it? Was it 1 or 2 child rule? It was 2, wasn't it?
Oh, like in
China?
In China, I think it was 1.
Okay. But instead of children, it'll be adults.
Yeah, was it 1 or 2? You're right. I don't know. I wonder if it was.
I think it was 1. 1 sounds more correct.
Well, it might have been something where it's like you're allowed 2, but only if the first is female, because then you can try for a male. I don't remember what the rule was, but I don't know enough. I do know what you're talking about, though. I know they had that weird rule.
run Jill in the next mission.
No, the next one's fine. You can run her in the next one. It's the Telriga, which is the mission following this one, where you have to fight her father. And you can run her in that mission. It's just if you don't have her supports up, she betrays you.
Gotcha. If I had turned down their assistance in that last mission, would they have joined me?
Nope.
Interesting.
You wouldn't get Janeth, you wouldn't get Ulki, you wouldn't have gotten Rayson. You would still get Tanith.
This man looks like a rat with wings.
But he's not a raven, he's a hawk. Sadly, you don't actually get any ravens in this game. You don't get your first raven until the sequel.
So disappointing.
I feel like that's another one of those things that they were planning on maybe giving you a raven at some point between, I would say, maybe this next chapter or the one following. But it was another one of those characters that got cut for when they split the game in two.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, it's probably for the best, because even when you get your raven in the next game, it's only fun for like 2 missions, then you're going, okay, these things kind of suck. That said, I do like the character. Vika is her name. She's got a pretty good personality. They did a lot with the character, especially for how little she's in the game. But yeah, as a combat unit, she's really pathetic and stupid. But really funny, because she has the highest speed in the game. And so she's almost impossible to hit. In fact, there's one person on YouTube who will do these fake little battles where they take characters from all the games. They remove the stat cap limits and put everyone to level 100. And Vika's speed gets so ludicrously high that even the most accurate character in the game has 0% chance to hit her. She can't kill anybody, but nothing can kill her either. So that's kind of funny, right?
Yeah.
Too bad you can't do that, because there is stat caps in the actual game. Oh, Jill's got... Did you get it? Are you safe? Is Jill safe?
Well, hold on. I'm gonna go through these in order.
No, you gotta do this one. This is fair. Mordecai's gotta talk to the other child. God, I wish I was one of those people who could put away like 30 pounds of food and gain, 2 pounds.
I used to be able to do that. You used to.
Yeah, I knew a kid in, it would have been junior high, probably early high school before he moved away. But yeah, same thing, the pencil fucking thin, and he would eat just pounds and pounds and pounds of food, and he would never get any fucking bigger. And I'm like, I wish I could eat like that, because I love fucking food. But I can't eat like that, because if I did that, the next day I'd be as bloated as a fucking elephant. Not to say that I'm like the picture of health, but I like to think that I'm keeping myself in pretty decent shape, all things considered.
Yeah.
You did it. You saved Jill.
I didn't want to, but here we are.
I get it.
Oh no, I meant more of sticking along my certain characters interacting with each other.
Oh no, I was just
Generally based on who
I was talking about
here.
I was talking about Leth, the cat, doing the look what the cat dragged in.
Oh. Do they have a game set in that time period?
No, but I can say that the people like myself who played Tellius, the two Tellius games back in the day, and several of the people who have since gone back to play them when they found Fire Emblem, have been demanding a return to Tellius. Although the new Fire Emblem game that was just kind of announced looks like, although I'm not sure if they've confirmed it yet, but it looks like they're going back to the same world Three Houses was on, which I forget the name of that. Foldland, that was the name of that continent. The fact that Tellius even got two games is rather bizarre, because the only other... Well, that's not true, the only other... Because I guess the big problem isn't so much that it's a return to Tellius. There was two games set in Tellius. There was two games set in Tellius with the vast majority of the same cast, plus additional people in the sequel. Because the only other games to do that were Fire Emblem 1 and 3, which were both Marth and his army. Gaiden was set in the same world as Marth's game, but it was on a separate continent, and a few characters showed up who had traveled across the ocean. So there was some, like, I don't know the exact number, but let's say, like, of the cast of, like, 40 characters, there was, I think, something like 8 or 9 that were from the previous one, something like that. And I should say from both sides of the war. It's not just the playable characters from that one. There's a few people from the previous war who had managed to escape. And then Genealogy also takes place in the same world as Marth, as Acadia. That's the name of the continent Marth's from. But it takes place in the same Acadia world, but on a different continent again. And with completely no one from the other games shows up in Three House or in Thracia or Genealogy. And then Thracia also is another weird one. It's kind of a an in-between quill. It takes place during the events of Thracia, or during the events of Gaiden, or god damn it, I can't say this shit. Thracia 776 takes place during the events of Genealogy of the Holy War.
Yeah.
And it features a good handful of, or not a good handful, it features some characters that are in Genealogy of the Holy War for the fact that it's taking place in roughly the same period. But generally, it's got mostly new characters. Iliad, or Iliad, I think is how you pronounce it, got used twice, but it was, the first one was FE6, and then 7 was a prequel, and you got to play as, well, you got to play as a lot of the different parents to the kids who were in the FE6. And in rare occasions, there was like 4 or 5 characters from that one that were old enough to, or young enough, whatever you want to call it, I guess you'd say, because it's a prequel, so they were young enough in the prequel that they show up in FE6. Technically, they return in some.
Gotcha.
But yeah, generally they don't do a lot of like returning to the same time period of the same world, because even when they did go back to Acadia in Awakening, the continent wasn't even called Acadia anymore. So much time had passed. Marth's name and the kingdom of Acadia, or the kingdom that he was from, which I think is Acadia. I don't think the continent's Acadia. Now that I say that, I don't remember the lore very well in that game. But, like, Marth's name is still well known in history, but you're so far, you know, gone since that time. Mm-hmm. So, like, nothing. The only character who shows up from that game is Tika, which is a Manakite, which is the original dragon race that Fire Emblem has, which function like the Lagoos in this one. The difference is, instead of having a gauge, the Manakites have to have special dragon stones to allow them to transform into their dragon selves, but they otherwise live for, again, thousands and thousands of years, which is why Tika gets to show up in Awakening, and everyone else is long dead.
Okay.
Then there's Fate. The continent Fate takes place on, there's not, strictly speaking, in the same world as Awakening / all those other ones, but 3 characters from Awakening show up in Fates. I don't think they strictly say whether they use the Dragon Gate, which is a thing they brought up in Awakening, and it also shows up again in Fates. I don't remember anyways if they say that they used the Dragon Gate to get into that world, or if they just traveled to that continent. But I think they were supposed, so please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think they were supposed to use the Dragon's Gate because they're using fake names when you find them again in Fates. But the Dragon's Gate also brings up an interesting part of, like, the Fire Emblem lore, because there's Dragon Gates, or Outrealm Gates, they're sometimes called. Depends on which game you're in. Sometimes it's Outrealm Gates, sometimes it's Dragon Gates, yada yada yada. But like, the Iliad series has Dragon Gates as well, and if you stretch it a little bit, it's possible that the dragons of Iliad are the dragons that inhabit Acadia and all that other thing. I think I got the wrong name, but whatever Marth's world is, I think the dragons from Iliad inhabited that world. Like, there's a stretch you could make that when they fled through the Dragon's Gate, that's the world they went to. And there's more information that there's a kind of a Dragon's Gate, quote-unquote, or Outrealm Gate or whatever in every world, because in Awakening, you can get a character called Fire, who is a descendant, not necessarily directly Ike's son, but is a descendant of Ike's lineage. So, again, it's one of those things where it's like, depending on how you read into it, it's possible that these Outrealm Gates and Dragon's Gates can connect all the different worlds that aren't naturally connected to begin with.
Yeah. So he gets no weapons ever.
No, he can't attack. Your dancers don't get the ability to attack until awakening. For some reason, they decided to give dancers the ability to wield swords in that game.
Okay.
And then in Fates, it was the same thing. The dancers could wield swords. In Three Houses, you just could turn one character of your choice into your dancer. And they weren't strictly limited to using only swords, but their combat options were generally limited, but they could use magic. Or some types of magic anyways, depending on the character, I think it was. And I know that some people would sometimes turn their one of their mages into a dancer, and that way, on the off chance that they couldn't dance, which is very infrequent, but if they couldn't dance, they could use like meteor and shit from a safe distance.
Yeah.
And then in Engage, the dancers could still attack, but it didn't matter because there was no reason, A, not to dance, and B, dancing was absolutely broken in that game. Like people thought dancing was broken in Genealogy, where you could dance for 4 people without having to wait for your character to transform like Rayson has to do in this one. Mm-hmm. It was just you could dance for 4 people. General, go for it. You know, that was just the default. In Genealogy, in Engage, you could if you depending on how you're willing to split up your Engage ranks, you could have 2 dancers, one of which you could dance for 4 people, and one of which you can only dance for 1. But one of the 4 people you could dance for was the dancer who could dance for 1, so you could have one person act 4 fucking times in one round. And yes, it is in fact as broken as it sounds.
Yeah.
Though they did do something really cool that I hope they bring back in future installments in Engage, which is like bosses had these several health bars, but they were all locked behind each other. So in order to, you couldn't just do like 600 damage to them and then win. You had, if you did let's say they had 40 life and you did 30 damage twice, well, you did 40 damage, 30 on the first and 10 on the next one. Then they get out of the combat, their next health bar spawns, and then you have to go in and do another 40, or I think their health would gradually increase, would be like 60 damage on the next iteration. So yeah, you could dance for the same person 4 times, and you needed to because that was the only way to go through their 5 health bars in one round. And it was pretty cool. Like, I remember hearing minor, I wouldn't say they were like loud, like people weren't being loud about it. I remember hearing some complaints from people like 5 health bars is fucking ridiculous, and the answers are always like 5 health bars sounds ridiculous until you realize you can move the same unit 4 times in a single turn. Then 5 health bars doesn't seem that impressive.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, you should give Ike a special sword.
I'm contemplating it.
He's finally good. He promoted. Gotta give him a sword to match. Oh, auditor, that's what we're calling Devin. Exercise special weapon.
Yeah.
Right, he wasn't the liaison, he was the auditor. He was checking in on Ike.
Yeah, I think Ike can, in fact, get a special sword here. Get rid of his steel sword. Just give it to somebody else real quick. Too far, too far. Oscar. Ah, he can't use steel swords yet. Interesting.
Ooh, you can get all the way up to silver.
That's what I was just gonna go check. Was his knee? I can't use it yet, though.
Oh, you can't use it yet. Wait, do you have an arm scroll?
I don't think so. No.
Did you burn? Oh, yeah, I think we used them all on. Did we use all of them? You have one left over?
Currently, no, I don't have any left over.
Okay. Yeah, so you have to go what, like steel, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or you can give him a forged silver sword that he just holds on to. This is the sword you get to use eventually, Ike.
Oh.
No we and Ike.
Yeah, I think it's gotta be that. I wish I had one more space.
Wait, don't you? I think you have 3, don't you? Don't you have one more after that?
No.
No, you're good. Yeah, IKE.
I wanted to do I-KE.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty good, actually, yeah. No, no we and Ike. That would have been really good, actually.
But I'm one space off. No we and Hike. Red from all of the people he's murdered with it.
I wouldn't say murdered, but let die. Those who have he has made sacrifice themselves.
Yes. Forced sacrifice.
You take me to a place unknown. I wonder if I'll ever go. My thoughts just won't leave me alone. Give me the strength to carry on. I wanna show you